Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day today. Today I have a whole bunch of samples that I've been collecting because I am a hoarder. And I'm basically just gonna do a full face using these samples that I've gotten through like Sephora and Ulta, and like most of these are gifts with purchases. And then Ulta sometimes does like surprise goodie bags if you spend X amount of dollars. So I've been collecting a lot, and this is enough for a full face, and I still have a ton more. So I'm gonna try and use these up as I can, and I figured that maybe doing a video about it would be a good way to kind of get into it. So let's just hop into it. I have a couple skincare things in here that I want to try out. So I have this little sample of the Farmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. I've actually never tried this before, but I've heard really good things about it. So, okay, let's squeeze this out. More of a thicker moisturizer. It does have a slight scent to it. It's like a little bit honey-ish, but it's definitely not like a strong honey. It's not my favorite scent though. I don't know, there's something about it that's like a little weird to me. I'm actually just gonna clip my hair back real quick. Now that that's had a little bit of time to sink in, I'm gonna use these Dr. Barbara Sturm Sundrops SPF 50 sunscreen. I've never heard anything about this, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Barbara Sturm is like an expensive brand. And I feel like I've had this for a while, so it might be bad, but we'll just use it anyway. Definitely has that like sunscreen smell. It has a similar texture to the Supergoop Play sunscreen where it's like more watery. It is not rubbing in as fast as the Supergoop one. You can kind of see it's leaving like a pretty bad white cast on camera. I will say it's not as bad as it looks on camera, but definitely a white cast. It's like pilling up. I'm not sure if it's pilling up because of the moisturizer underneath or if it's the product itself, but you can like see how bad that's pilling up. Okay, not off to a great start. I'm gonna take this off because I hate that. Okay, I'm very unsure if that was the sunscreen or if it was the combination of the sunscreen and the moisturizer or what, but that was not pleasant at all. It pilled up like so much. I think part of it also might be that maybe I didn't let my foundation like soak in, or not foundation, my moisturizer soak in enough. You can still see pilling like all over my face. Okay, moving on, I have this little sample of the Lanolips 101 ointment. I've actually used this product before, and I do like it. It's not my favorite lip balm in the world, but I do feel like it keeps my lips pretty hydrated. So this one, I'm just gonna use this as a lip balm, so I am only opening up like a small portion. Oh, that is probably way too much. Okay, so I definitely put on a lot. It's not super thick, but it does feel nice on the lips. Like, it does feel like it would be hydrating, and it does leave, oh my god. Did you hear that? That's like the wind. So I'm sorry if you can hear the wind outside my window. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're just gonna ignore it. But it, like I was saying, it does leave like a pretty glossy finish on the lips. So I like that. So for primer, we have this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've actually never tried the e.l.f. Putty Primers. I bought one like a while ago, but I never ended up using it just because I really don't use primers very often. It's not something I reach for. I find that usually if I have a hydrated base, then I don't really need a primer. But we're gonna go in with it just for funsies. I actually have this putty primer applicator, which I don't use for the putty primer. I usually use this for like cheek products, like cream products, because it's nice and dense. But we're gonna try using it for the putty primer. I don't actually know how much to scoop. Okay, we're gonna go in with that much. I'm gonna focus this more in the center. Although I don't usually have like a ton of pores or large pores, so I'm not sure if this will actually do anything. I'm gonna take a little bit more for my forehead. Okay, it definitely mattified just a tiny bit. Let me zoom you in, actually. Is that better? Okay, so maybe you can see it did mattify just a little bit on my forehead. And I don't necessarily notice a difference in my pores, but oh, I'm still having so much pilling issues from that. I'm actually gonna go take off that moisturizer and sunscreen because it's driving me nuts and it's still pilling, even though I thought I like took most of it away. So I'll be right back. Hello. It's actually quite a bit later than when I first started filming this because my camera battery died when I was washing my face. So we're basically gonna start over. I'm actually gonna prep my skin with things that I know work for me. So we're not gonna try any more skincare samples, but I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream and the Supergoop Play Sunscreen. Okay, now that my base is prepped, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm just gonna scoop a little bit and kind of just focus this on the center portions of my face. And again, I don't really notice a huge difference when it comes to the size of my pores, but it did mattify those areas just a little bit. So for foundation, I actually have the Caliray Free Dreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. So there's 3 shades here. There's 6, 10, and 16. But according to the infographic here, I think I would be shade 8, but we only have 6 and 10. I'm gonna start off with 10. Now that this is open, it definitely looks pretty dark. I'm definitely not a 10. Oh, it is dripping oil. Oh, not loving the texture of this. Probably definitely needs to be shaken up, but since this is like a sample, I'm not entirely sure how to do that, so I'm just gonna do a little mixy mix with my hand. And that is definitely too dark. This is definitely a bronzer shade, but now it's all over my hands. So I like this. It's a little fruity, the smell of it anyway. Don't worry, I'm gonna go in with the 6 shade on top of this. I just need to blend some of this out. Oh my god, I look like Donald Trump. Okay, give me a sec. We're gonna fix this. It's gonna be okay. So I'm just gonna wipe off all the excess off my hands because that is a lot. Okay, it's fine. I just don't want it to settle before I have a chance to blend this out. Oh, this is also pretty dark. Oh boy. This is not turning out to be a great makeup day today. Even the shade 6 is pretty dark and pretty yellow. Oh, I straight up don't even know what to do at this point. Oh boy. I straight up look like orange. Oh, it's even worse in person. Obviously not my shades. Just nope. Maybe I'm a 4 because these are incredibly orange leaning as well, or maybe that was just the first shade. Okay, definitely a liquid texture. I haven't tried the Cosis like tinted face oil or something like that, but I feel like that texture is probably the same as this one. I'm gonna try and make this work. I'm gonna try my darndest. Basically I'm just gonna use the sponge and try and remove all of the excess product. Okay, that one episode of Friends where Ross accidentally gives himself like 2 spray tans on the same side of his body. If you're a Friends lover, you know what I'm talking about, right? That's what I feel like I look like. Like, look, as far as formula goes, I mean, it's nice. It's not like picking up on any texture or anything like that. I don't see it like clinging onto any dry patches or anything, and it's not clinging in like weird areas. So I think the actual formula of it is probably pretty nice. It's just not my shade. Like, I knew from the card that 10 was going to be a little bit too dark, but I didn't expect it to be so orange. And then 6 was also too dark, so maybe I'm actually a 4. It is okay. We are going to make this work. I am going to continue patting this out. It does seem like pretty much dried down now, like set. So that's a quick like settling time. This shade is just really off. Okay, and I have, for concealer, I have these samples of the Cosis Revealer Concealer, which I actually already have. Mine is in the shade 4N, which I love this concealer. If you're new here, that's like one of my favorite concealers. Oh, and this, I think the camera adjusted and I feel like you can tell how dark and orange I look. It's fine. We're fine. Okay. So in the foundation, or in the concealer, we have the shade 1N and the shade 3.5N, or 3.5W. So okay, we're gonna go in with one. No, one's gonna be way too light. Okay, we're gonna go in with 3.5. Okay, I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, just taking a little bit on this brush. Even this concealer, which is like actually my shade, or just a tiny bit lighter than what I originally have, kind of looks like too bright, you know, because the foundation is so dark. I'm not trying to like sculpt, I'm just trying to add the concealer to lighten up this base a little bit. Okay, I feel like as far as how my base looks, it does look nice. Like, it definitely doesn't look super heavy, even though the shade match is not correct. Well, I knew I would like the Cosis concealer because I've used that for a while now. With the Cosis concealer, it does not settle into my fine lines, but it can like emphasize them just a little bit. But I mean, concealers are gonna do that, you know, like everyone has fine lines. And as far as the skin tint goes, like it still looks nice. The formula of it is actually nice. And I do have dry to normal skin, so that could also be like a factor in it. I think the color is just off-putting me so much that I don't know like my full thoughts on it yet. We're just gonna keep going with it. So for bronzer, I'm actually gonna use this color of the concealer. It's the Deep Tan Warm color. This is the tone 7.5. Okay, and I'm actually just gonna squeeze some of this out onto this putty bronzer brush. And I'm gonna tap this into the back of my hand just to make sure. Oh, no, that's really warm for a bronzer. That's like super, super warm. Not what I wanted. We're not gonna do that. Nope. No, sir. We're just gonna skip bronzer. This video is kind of a mess. I'm just gonna skip bronzer. So for blush, I have this little mini sample of the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. This is in the shade Grace. I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna take it on the back of my hand because these can be quite pigmented. I'm gonna take this ColourPop brush. This is the F31. I'm gonna work this color into the back of my hand, and I'm gonna apply it like that. This just gives me a little bit more control of where the blush goes and how much pigment I'm getting. This color is pretty. It's just a lot brighter than what I would normally wear. I tend to lean towards warm tones as well, so this is just a little bit like more cooler tone and more pink, which is not what I tend to go for, but it's still pretty. I still like the color, and I do like the formula. these are super long wearing, or at least that's what everybody says. I've only tried this little mini sample, but I am planning on picking up a full size during the Sephora sale. Okay, I have this little sample of the Milk Hydro Eye Primer, Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I've heard mixed things about this. I know Kelly Gooch doesn't really like it, and I don't tend to wear eye primer that often either, but we're gonna go for it today. I'm gonna take this ColourPop E24 brush with a little bit just on the back. I probably could have used this underneath my concealer too, but I didn't, and now it's a little late. Okay, touching it, it's like a tiny bit tacky, but nothing too bad. I am going to just set it with a bronzer. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. I'm just going to take this and just kind of run it all through my crease. Okay, and the sample eyeshadow I have is definitely not gonna go with the blush. I have this tiny sample of the Natasha Denona Zendo palette. When this got when this got shipped to me, it came shattered. I got this a while ago, but when I got it, I just like pushed it back in to the pan and called it good, but obviously it was not good. I'm gonna use whatever is left in this pan, and it's probably not gonna go well, but it'll be okay. I'm just gonna put this all over. Eyeshadow has been blended out. It's not looking bad at all. I mean, most Natasha Denona formulas are super blendable and super easy to work with. The tone definitely doesn't go with the blush, but it's fine. I'm not going anywhere today. I don't have any sample brow products, so I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow. And I'm going to fill in with my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And I'm going to set that with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. For mascara, I'm actually going to curl my lashes real quick, and then I'm going to go in with the Caliray Come Hell or High Water Mascara. And this is a tubing mascara with a natural bristle, and I've really been liking it for everyday. It's a very nice, like, everyday natural mascara look. Okay, so once the mascara dries down a little bit, I'm gonna recurl my lashes. The thing with this mascara is that it really doesn't hold a curl well at all, for me at least, because I have, you know, Asian lashes that are super straight. They are relatively long, and this mascara is definitely more of a lengthening mascara than a volumizing mascara. Since I just want more of a curl, I'm gonna wait until they're dry and then recurl them. For lips, I actually have this little sample of the Buxom full-on lip plumping gloss. Plumping Lip Polish is the full name. There's 3 shades here. There's Dolly, Brandy, and Sabrina. I think I'm gonna go in with Dolly. I think that one would kind of suit the look. I don't have like an actual lip brush, so I'm just gonna use this brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is the number 7 brush, and I'm just gonna use this on a brush, I guess. Not a lot of pigment. That's totally fine with me. I do have a buxom gloss. I have the Plumping Lip Cream in the shade Moscow Mule, and I feel that this one is more pigmented than the one I just put on. I am already starting to feel that tingle effect, which the buxom glosses do have that tingle, but it's not anything intense. It's not anything like the Too Faced lip injections, because I did have a sample of that and that hurt my lips so bad that I gave it away. I've used this formula before and I do like it. I like the shine that it gives. It's like a tiny bit sticky, but that's fine. Okay, and that is it for today. This was a wild one. This was a lot. I don't know if it was a good a lot or a bad a lot, but I don't know, hopefully it brought you joy. Hopefully you found yourself entertained. As far as the products that I've tried, I do like this. It doesn't really like do anything for me, but it doesn't make my skin look any worse. So maybe in the summer when I'm a little bit more oily, I would like this. So I'm gonna keep this and continue using it. So the caliray tints, definitely darker than what I was expecting. Partly my fault, partly just not knowing the shade range. I don't know. I'm on a foundation no buy right now, so I'm definitely not going to pick up like a full size of this. But my skin does look nice. It's not emphasizing any texture or anything. It's a very lightweight coverage. Like you can still see my blemishes underneath. So nothing to like rave about, nothing to write home about, but it was nice. I just wish I had put on a shade that matched me better. Now I don't know if it was one product or the other. I just know that these did not work together. So I've heard so many good things about the Honey Halo Moisturizer, but I've never tried it besides this one time, and it's almost, I mean, I used up the whole sample, so I don't think I can try it, but I don't know. If you have tried either of these and you like them, let me know in the comments down below, because my experience with these combined was not good. But I feel like I've heard so many good things about the Farmacy one, so if you tried it, let me know what you think about them. I have one more sample that I didn't use. I have a sample of the Tatcha, the silk powder, so I'm actually just going to do that right now. Swirling to coat the bristles evenly and tap off excess. Okay, so, boop. Did that do anything? My skin does feel a little bit more set. I don't know if it looks any better. It looks about the same as before. So it's not bad by any means. I'll probably continue using up the sample. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I'm pretty sure it's really expensive, so I don't know if I would purchase that on my own. Like I don't think I would purchase that outside of the sample. But yeah, I liked it. My face does feel nice and set, and it doesn't look cakey or anything. It kind of just smooth everything over. Concealer, I already know and love this concealer. The shade 4N for me is a little bit too yellow, so I think if I ever, well, once I run out of that concealer and if I ever want to repurchase it, I would go with the shade 3.5, which is what this sample size is. This other shade, the 7.5 shade, I thought it would work as a bronzer. It was way too orange as a bronzer. That's fine, it's just a sample. I love the Cosis Revealer Concealer, and honestly all of the Cosis complexion products. I feel that they all work really well together. I also have the shade 1 and the shade 9.5, which are too light and too dark, so I don't think I'm going to use these. I think I am going to just put it in my like like declutter box and maybe send this on to Project Beauty Share or something. Maybe they will have more use out of these. Okay. I'm also going to put the caliray side that I did not use into my declutter bin to donate. As far as the buxom glosses go, I'm still feeling a little tingling. I find that these kind of dry out my lips though. Not like a ton. It's not like terrible, but after that plumping effect, I feel that my lips do feel a lot more drier. And I have pretty big lips already, so I don't really need a plumping gloss. So I'm also going to put these in my declutter so that someone else can get use out of them. Let's see, the Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I don't use eye primers often. The eyeshadow went on top of it smoothly, so maybe I'll try testing this out, especially when I have more shades to test on top of it, because right now I just have that one Natasha Denona shade all over. So I'll continue using this. I've heard mixed things, but it looks fine to me right now. So yeah, we will see. The Rare Beauty blush, I do like the formula. It's nice. It's pretty pigmented, but if you apply it like I did, you can get more of a sheer look. I don't love this color. It's not the color I would choose when buying like a full size, but I will keep using it and I'll probably use it up. The Caliray Come Hell or High Water Mascara. I've been using this a lot lately. It is more natural looking. I prefer my Thrive Cosmetics tubing mascara over this one, but I do like this on my bottom lashes. On my top lashes, it's fine, but it's not the most volumizing, which is what I usually prefer in a mascara. The Zendo eyeshadow, it's going in the trash. Not because the eyeshadow is bad, but because it completely fell out of the pan. And I honestly just don't reach for this shade often enough to try and repress it back into the pan. So I'm just gonna throw it away, honestly. I do like Natasha Denona's formula. I have her Diva palette, which I love and use a lot. So nothing against the brand or the eyeshadows, just this particular eyeshadow broke. So going in the trash. That's it for the samples today. Let me know if you want to make this a series, because I do have more samples. They're mostly skincare samples and primers, but I still do have a lot of samples. So if you want to see another video like this, let me know in the comments down below. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching. Hit the thumbs up button, and please subscribe if you aren't already. And I'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!